Hey and welcome. My name is Jackie Malpass, and just in case you think I spend most of my time in a cocktail frock, I actually spend most of my time in my walking boots tromping around the mountains with my two babies. And they are Ferdy Dog and Marley Moo, the loves of my life. And they are great companions. And if you're going to write a book, you don't have to go and get any dogs, but one of the things that they do help with is they need walking. And when you're writing, you actually need a bit of space to reflect. And I just love getting out in those hills and finding a rock to sit on and just staring at the sky and just thinking about what I'm going to write next. I also have a bit of a guilty secret. I am a raw chocoholic and I absolutely adore scoffing these things most of the day. Another essential item for the writer. Now, the other thing that I decided that I would do this year is eat more healthy. Now, I do have an amazing diet. However, I thought it was a bit boring, so I've been off searching for all kinds of great recipes. And when I first started, I made a few mistakes, and my mistakes were all around. I didn't actually plan it properly. I just thought, oh, that's a great recipe. I think I'll make that. I'm sure I've got those ingredients, only to go to the kitchen cupboards and find that I didn't. But I did improvise. But it taught me a great lesson. For someone who teaches planning, you really ought to put a plan together when you're going to make new and interesting food. Which brings me on very, very nicely to plan your non-fiction book in a weekend, because in both the book and the course, that's what I teach people how to plan out things so that it makes it easy. So I'm guessing that you're here because you want to write a book. Well, I think that is fantastic. I am delighted that you want to get the knowledge out of your head and into something and share with other people. But your head may be full of ideas, or you may have no idea whatsoever. Well, that's okay, we can sort that out. You may or may not equally have a vision for the future. Now, it's really important that when you're writing a book, that you have a vision for the future. You're not writing a book for today, you're writing a book for where you want to be in the future. So that's so important. And again, that's another thing that we are going to tackle. And I promise you, one of the things that, when it comes to writing my books, I need them to be chunked down. I need it to be easy. So if you're, thinking about writing a book, plan it first. It just really makes it so simple and stress-free. So I have a dream, and my dream is that I want to inspire 1 million or more people to write. And I believe that by sharing this book, it's one of the ways that I can inspire people to write. But I just want anybody, anywhere, to pick up a pen and just put that pen to paper and start writing. So this course that I have put together, that is part of my master plan, has had some great reviews, and I can't tell you how pleased I am that people have been using it and they've come back and actually are taking action. And as this one says, I can help you go through the whole thing step by step. What I can't do is I can't actually write the book for you. I'm afraid you're going to have to do that. But it's not that difficult if you put that plan together. So who am I? Well, I'm a writer and author. I've written for years. I love writing. One of my big dreams is to write a novel. I have it all mapped out, but haven't quite got pen to paper yet because I have a few more things to do first. I help other people write books, and I'm a personal brand strategist. And as you can imagine, my brand strategy usually goes around, once you've discovered who you are, writing a book. So I have quite an eclectic background. I kicked off my career in IT, teaching accountants how to create final accounts on what was then pretty ancient computers compared to what we have today. So my background is also in sales and marketing, executive coaching and training. So these are 3 of the books that I currently have published, and each of these books has taken me on a journey. So Writing to Heal is very much about that first step, that picking up a pen, putting it to paper and journaling, and then moving into creative life writing to make changes to your life. I've found writing to be immensely cathartic and healing, which is why I wrote Stolen Petals, which is my healing memoir. And it's a very self-indulgent book, a collection of lots of little short stories about my life. The Plan Your Nonfiction book I put together because I needed it for my coaching practice, and because I really do believe that, if you plan it just makes it so easy. Then I've got a couple of books coming out this year. The 2 Navigate books I've written with 3 incredible people, and each of us has a reason why we have written these books. For me, these books take my executive coaching and my book coaching a step further and enable me to connect with senior people in organisations who want to build their brand in a different way. And Leading the Evolution is something that I have wanted to write for a long time, and for me that's about enabling people to connect to the inner them, to be able to then share their inspirational message in a number of different ways. So I'm really looking forward to launching that in June. So if you've got a book inside you, don't keep it there, get it out, and please do take this course. And don't forget to connect with me. This is my little Marley Moo, who's an absolute little baby. She likes to lick a lot. I don't. But you can connect with me via my website, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. I'm also on Google and Pinterest and all of those other wonderful places. So please do stop by and say hi.